see. So again, Erangel is done and dusted for the day. 1 through 3 games played. We're going to be coming back to Erangel for games 10, 11, and 12 to close out things. But now we are heading to the jungles of Senok.
Yeah, and we're going to see who's going to be the king of the jungle. Toffee saying potentially it might be Lazarus, and they finally showed up in match number 3. Will they continue that here into Sandhawk for match number 4? And one thing I want to point out going into this game now, Boro, is at the end of the game, at the conclusion, we're already a third of the way through.
It goes by so fast.
It does. And
it
it means for the teams that are at the bottom end of the standings, they need to find some kills and points in this game.
And that's the thing, is you look at this lobby, every single team in this 16-team lobby is capable of having a game like Lazarus just had, or like Gen G had in the first 2 games. Every single one can have one of these big multi-kill wins. The question is, can they do it in time?
Pinat?
Hello? FaZe and Tempo Storm are going to be playing a game of cat and mouse potentially at Pinat.
Rankings with 4 points, and they will remain on the bottom of the rankings with 4 points.
Rumblers still have 3 up. They have the time here to get the res onto Cherry Poppins. Once they do, they have to get across the street that's being overseen by Genesis. They are not out of the woods by any means just yet here.
Uber, this is a rough spot to be in for both himself and Fuzzface. TSM still holding higher, watching, waiting for FaZe to make their move. They might just give this up and say, you know what, we don't have a play here. Guy to the blue, denying points to TSM. It's not very nice, but it is a play, and probably the only play that FaZe had. South we go towards WClick in 4 AM. 4 AM have been catching up to Gen G so far after those first 2 games. This might be the game where they might almost tie them, Poro, if it continues in this sort of direction.
This is really rough here for Rumblers as you see what they're having to push into. Entus Force has the low ground. WClick has the compound on the west side of the street. 4 AM, meanwhile, just sending all types of shots across the way.
FaZe have moved, by the way. They're not going to die to the blue. They were just healing up, trying to wait for TSM to move, coming in extremely late. They actually might go into Genesis as Cherry Popper and Micro Fright both eliminated separately, ZGG and Kale. And just Force inside of North Quarry. Fuzzface knocked down. He does get a return from Uber. Finds the flush onto Profi. It's 1 extra point that they wouldn't have got, but they still go in 12th. And it's still not enough. And TSM with 5 kills now, thanks to Rory. H-Win's close by. That might make it kill number 6.
H-Win's just going to run for it. He's going to play the cliff's edge. Trying to stay alive for a little bit longer, but you can see going down there just exposes you to a whole different team.
And this is where TSM have got to be making sure they're not kill happy. They've got to go for position as well. They're still out to the far west. We've seen Gustav knocked down by Xiaolu. 4 AM, great position as a doozy finds a double onto Domu and Summer. They're going to be cleaned up by Pokemon and Alpaca. Mickey with a nade towards Tide. Will be this potential to clean him up? Yes, it will. Mickey confirms the kill for Ace.
Na'Vi coming alive in this game, and you love to see it here as they still have a compound in on the very northern side. It's going to be a question of whether what this next circle shift cuts out. If it cuts out the south side, it's going to be crazy.
Over towards the northwest, GEX and T1.
Indigo resing Rory. Quick shots coming out from Akkad.
Able to get shot away. Kane knocked down as well. GEX down to Sophia. Sophia is inside of the circle in a compound as well. Gustav knocked down again. That's his second knock. That's from Forever. 4 AM doing a lot of work from that higher ground position in that compound south, just near Quarry. It is quite elevated compared to, say, for example, WClick. What this is going to mean is WClick are not going to be able to really get kills because they don't have the vision that 4 AM have got, which is why you're seeing 4 AM in the kill feed. It's why they're now only 11 points behind Gen G on the total rankings. 10 teams remain at the 19-minute mark of Sandhawk match 4. Sophia holding on for dear life as the cat is kind of doing the same for T1. Na'Vi, this is their game so far now. Iroh's eliminated by Wufeng.
Oh, Wufeng's still alive.
Doors open, bye-bye.
Oh, good night, sir. Sophia going to be taken out quick there by Akkad. That's 7 kills now for T1, turning up now in Sandhawk. But Wufeng, as we were mentioning, the last player alive for QM from quite some time ago, has just been hanging out in this compound, or this shed, rather.
Oh, spots Michael too as well. Wufeng from a high ground position is smoked up inside, jumps out. Michael going for the first aid kit, 30 health. Wufeng It's almost like James Bond at the moment, just running around, trying to peek and shoot from every angle. Just going to vacate the area completely, try and stay alive, get into the placement points. Senya knocked down by Mickey. The nade from Michael. He doesn't realize, though, that it's been vacated. He throws another one, still expecting, because he hasn't landed the first two, he actually still thinks he's in there.
Wufang managing to stay alive. He's playing the rocks. Look at this Na'Vi, though.
Oh, no.
Things have turned completely against them. They had to wrap around the north side, but they ran into...
Well, they didn't run into anyone. Entus spotted them from the other side of the map. This is Sandhawk after all. The angles and the way that the terrain is means you could be completely eliminated from the other side of the map without even realizing it. No chance for a card. Pokemon stays alive for Na'Vi. 5 kills, gets them into the top 7 teams remaining. Make it 6 now, because there goes Michael. Finally, stayed alive long enough, though, for TSM to at least get some extra points. At one point, it almost looked like he might go at 9th out of 5 teams. They just go 1 by 1.
Wufang got picked off there as well, so Pokemon finding himself all alone. He does have Rang staring down at him. The new circle has popped 4 a.m. Looks like they might be trying to make a wrap here. Wayless has already made his way to the street.
Entus Ace, Entus Force, 4 a.m., Na'Vi, and W-Click. Massive game potentially for W-Click here as well. 4 points gained so far. Entus Force, obviously, and along with Entus Ace and 4 a.m., they're the 3 that are catching up to Gen G here off the back of the last 2 games of Gen G's performance. Silson so low, 2 health, Wayless with a triple tap. The nade towards Doya, not enough to get the knockdown. Half health gets towards Indigo, the MVP of Entus Force. You can see the total rankings to your left of screen, and Gen G no longer holding a significant advantage. Wayless with a knockdown onto Silson. W-Click in 14th position with just 9 points, needs to try and capitalize from this game. Rybo will get Rybo will get forever. 4 angry men are down to 2 angry men with ZGG and Xiao Lu on the edge of the blue. And potentially, Entus Ace have been fed this game. They are in the prime pole position.
They just managed to steal away all those kills from W-Click as well. Rybo now the last one up. You see Song Jiang is hiding just on the corner here. Doya trying to get some kind of angle to give him some protection, but 4 a.m. starting to make their push here, but Entus Ace has them dead to rights.
They are gone out 4th place, and I think this one just about wrapped up. Doya's in a decent position, but Entus Ace are in the best position. 2 left for 4 a.m., although they're going to go out here. Doya picks up 1. ZGG denies himself, though, at least. 9 kills for Ace, going up against the sister team, Entus Force.
This is a huge, huge game for Entus Ace, and this is going to be really rough for Entus Force to push anything here, as Ace does have all 4 up. They have a compound, but we've seen magic happen before with these Korean teams.
The real question is, Song Jiang, Doya, do you have smokes? Are you able to forge a path forward towards Entus Ace? Obviously, still the downside is, the fact is, it's a 2v4. Open the shots up is from Ace. Song Jiang gets to the rock, needs to find a knockdown. Doya gets Joy. This is going to help out. Never mind. Mickey will be able to get Song Jiang, and that will be the end of it for match 4 on Sandhawk. It's OGN Entus Ace with 11 kills.
Entus Ace not wasting any time in the end there. Once they saw that they had the advantage, they pushed it, and they come out ahead on top of their sister team, as you said, with a huge win.